No, but I did want to talk about that picture behind you. I'm not a Democrat, I'm a conservative, but I think that there's a lot that is misconstrued with Epstein and Trump, and I wanted to talk to you about it.
Sure. What about?
Okay. Do you believe that Trump is guilty about everything he did on Epstein Island? Do you believe that? Or I guess
More
the
more likely than not.
okay. Do you know whenever that picture was taken?
Taken a while ago. I don't know the exact date.
All right, so it was taken in 2001, and every other picture that was taken with Trump and Epstein was prior to 1998. 1998 was whenever Epstein bought his island. That specific picture there was one. It was at Trump's party in Mar-a-Lago, and this picture, like, it kind of pisses me off because a lot of people take this picture and like, oh my gosh, look, they're best friends. Trump took a picture with over 100 people at this party, and so I think it's just like, I mean, Epstein and Michael Jackson took a picture together. Do you think that they're like best friends because of that? No.
I don't think
And
they're
so
best friends, but I think there's reason to believe that Michael Jackson could have been a pedophile. I don't hold that belief because of the flaws within the testimonies of people,
mhm.
and also because the cases didn't go anywhere because of the lack of evidence. But there are some people who believe that, yeah, they do believe the victims of Michael Jackson allegedly. So I think there is reason to believe that. It just
Okay.
depends on what perspective you look at it. In reference to Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, well, yeah, they were best friends for over a decade.
You do think that they were best friends. Okay. Do you know about Trump kicking Epstein off of Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah, he kicked him out because Jeffrey Epstein started what's it called?
He had
What's the word?
inappropriate relations with another member's
He
teenage
started, I
daughter.
guess, for lack of better words, Jeffrey Epstein started stealing his masseuses at his place, but it was only the second time Jeffrey Epstein did it. My only question is, why didn't Trump do it the first time? Right, the first time Jeffrey Epstein like stole one of the masseuses. Why didn't he kick him out? Why did he
It
wait
wasn't
until the
stealing
second time?
one of the masseuses. The father came
I
out and
forgot the
spoke about
word. I don't know the
it
exact word.
was
That's
it
why I
was
said
so
for
it was
lack of
another
better
member.
words.
It was another member that like brought his daughter up there to Mar-a-Lago, and Epstein started inappropriately having relations with said daughter, and Trump kicked him out because of that.
The point is, it's still he did it the second time, not the first time. This happened on two different occasions.
Can you verify, like, tell me the source of what the first time was? I've never heard of this before.
Sure, give me a second. What other points do you want to bring up?
Just the fact that like who called the police on Epstein?
Um, no idea. I don't know. Who
Trump.
did?
Trump did, bro.
Not
Trump
true.
is the one that called
When? When? What year?
Epstein.
What year?
I think that was what was it? 2011?
No. What you're referring to is going to be 2006 when Donald Trump called the sheriff's department and said, "I'm glad you arrested Jeffrey Epstein. We all knew what he was doing." And actually go investigate Ghislaine Maxwell. All this proves is that he himself knew what Jeffrey Epstein was doing, but he didn't tell anyone until after he got caught. So no, he never snitched on Jeffrey Epstein, quote unquote.
Until
He
after he
wasn't.
got
He
caught.
wasn't like
When was he arrested?
oh 06.
Yeah. So yes, Trump was the one that caught. Listen, if
Trump
like
wasn't
if
the
you
one that
talk
told
to
on him. No,
anybody,
no, no,
if you
no.
talk
Hold
to
on. You
anybody,
misunderstood. You misunderstood. Trump wasn't the one who told on him. Trump called the sheriff's department after he was arrested.
no, he was no, that's not true.
That is quite literally true.
No, it's
Okay, what's your
it's
source that he
not.
told on him? What's your source?
Um, sorry, I have to. I'm not on a
Sure, you're
computer right now.
good.
Let me.
Yeah, that's it. Sure, you guys are double tapping that phone screen if you have not already. My source is going to be ABC.
Okay,
It
yeah, you're
says, and I
right.
quote, "Thank goodness
You're
you're
right.
stopping him." Yeah.
Yeah, you're
So
right. It was in it
Donald
was
Trump
in
never told on
June.
him.
Yeah, okay. Um, okay, yeah, I guess you're right in that. But also, like, do you know the testimony of Virginia?
Giuffre, right?
Yeah.
I know. I don't know like all of it, but I know like what it's referring to. Sure. What about it?
Just like the fact that she was telling everyone that Trump was innocent, and not only that, but there was an interview that was done where somebody asked, she was like saying, "I hate to ask this. I can't remember what news source or what news place it was, but it was they asked like, did you ever see Trump on the islands?" And like every single one of them answered no. And
So what
so,
about Jane Doe number 4, who said that Jeffrey Epstein? Hold on, do you believe all of like the Jeffrey Epstein victims?
all the well, I haven't looked into all of those.
So then,
But
what
it's
about
like
like
it's
the
because it's
victim
like
of Jeffrey
undoubtedly that
Epstein?
Epstein is sorry, my friends are texting me. Sorry, what was it?
What about the victim of Jeffrey Epstein, who said Jeffrey Epstein trafficked her to Donald Trump? Do you believe her?
The Jane Doe.
Jane Doe number 4, yeah.
Okay, so multiple of those. I'm thinking you're
She also
referring
won a
to
settlement. She won a
the
settlement with the Jeffrey Epstein estate.
okay, settlements. Those I'm very confused about, because if you're really wanting justice, do you want money, or if somebody like really did something to you, do you want money or do you want justice?
Jeffrey Epstein was already dead.
Okay, now that's what I'm talking about with like
So the
Trump.
settlement happened after
With
he
Trump.
was dead. No, this wasn't about Trump.
Who
She got
settled? Who settled?
she got a settlement with the Jeffrey Epstein estate, not Trump. So the settlement that she got was with Jeffrey Epstein estate, and she was deemed credible by the first Trump admin. And then she also accused Jeffrey Epstein of trafficking her to Donald Trump.
Wait, no, this is talking about the portion of the Epstein files when like all of those Jane Does came out, and like there was, and I just like, or the FBI hotline tips. Is that what you're referring to?
No, those are different. That's where I could give you some like examples of like them eating babies, but no, that's different.
Of the okay, that eating babies. I hope that you know that like you also can acknowledge that that's most likely BS. It's more likely false than true.
I mean, I can acknowledge. I feel like I haven't done too much research on that. All I've read was like you said, the FBI call logs and what was said. So I'm agnostic on that.
Yeah. Okay, so with the FBI hotline tips, it was proven that like one of those ladies was in a mental facility. Like she's like been diagnosed as like mentally insane. And like there's just like so many people that didn't come out about it, and there's been actual victims that have come about, other people such as Stephen Hawking and Bill Clinton, which by the way, the Clintons still haven't shown up to their court dates, which like I
They
don't know
showed up
what
to their hearings. Yeah, they did.
was that word? It happened
That was
like
months ago.
recently, recently after a year. But it's just like
Hold
I
on,
really
but are
the
you
only thing
is there like another hearing that they were supposed to go to? Because if so, like that's
yeah.
bad. I like Pam. Because all I
Yeah.
know is that they had one hearing. They both went and they both answered questions.
So there was
I know
one
Pam
hearing
Bondi's the
before
only
that
one
that
who
they
didn't
didn't go
go.
to. There was one before that they didn't go to, but they showed up to one that was only like three,
Sure,
4 months ago.
I think also Bill Clinton's probably guilty. He should also be investigated and probably be
But
put
yeah,
in prison.
but the difference is that there was witnesses that like came out with names and actual proof. Like they came out like full blown against Bill Clinton, but nobody with their name has come out with against Trump. And I feel like Trump is like the number one most hated guy right now. Like I'm not even a Trump supporter, but this Epstein stuff is pissing me off because like there's like
Do you
legitimately
want
like
Trump
nothing.
investigated?
Yeah, absolutely. I would
Yeah, then we
want.
don't. There's no disagreement.
Okay, I'm just like talking like because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to Epstein and Trump. Because like
Well,
everyone,
sure, but
like
what I'm
legitimately,
saying right now, all I'm saying is what's in the Epstein files and what's been verified. It was verified that this phone call, he didn't he didn't snitch on Jeffrey Epstein. He just said, "Thank goodness you're doing this." It is verified that Donald Trump sent a 50th birthday card to Jeffrey Epstein. In fact, today's his birthday, 30 years ago. Well, how old is? I don't know, maybe 30 years ago, around there. Because Donald Trump wasn't 50, it was Jeffrey Epstein. Whatever. A couple of decades ago, Donald Trump sent a birthday card to Jeffrey Epstein saying, "May every day be another wonderful secret." And that's verified, right? We have the card.
yeah.
There's so many things that are
Wait.
verified here. I mean, Jane Doe number 4, all of these different like the FBI tips, hotline tips, which you can say that they're not verified, but I think if they're not verified, we should still investigate them and verify if
Well,
they're true or
absolutely.
not.
They did investigate a couple of them. That's why I talked about the lady that was like that got
but not all of them.
the diagnosed as mentally insane. But it just like I hope, can you like at least agree that like it also makes you mad whenever people like say like crazy stuff about Trump, about like the whole eating babies thing. That wasn't even Trump that was a part of that was accused of that. But it was other people, and people are like straight up are like Trump was
I know,
eating
I know the
babies.
accusation. I didn't say Trump was eating. I know the FBI hotline tips was Donald Trump raping a child. That was the accusation I don't know who got accused of like eating babies. I think it was
I know, but it's just
just
like, can
Jeffrey
you at
Epstein.
least like, I'm a really big truth seeker because I don't even like I'm a conservative, but I don't like aligning with either political party because I think each political party is full of lies, and so like it makes me really mad when people skew this out of like it. Basically, what I'm trying to say, I just think that
So, like you can
the
agree, I
whole
haven't like taken it out of proportion. I've
yeah,
been
I'm just
honest.
hoping that you can agree with it also,
I can
like
agree
that.
that people. I I can agree that like some people are using it for political purposes, and I completely
Yeah,
disagree with that.
because these are like
The
real
only main
people that
reason.
were
I mean,
doing
I
it.
guess you can say this is for political purpose, but it's just to get Trump supporters up here, to get them like heated, to get them to request
True.
whatever. So, like
True.
some people use it for political purpose, want Trump to be investigated, but not Bill Clinton, not
Hmm.
Les Wexner, not anyone else. I
Hmm.
want everyone to be investigated. It doesn't matter if it's Bill Clinton, Les Wexner, the former uh, from the Britain or whatever. What's his
Prince
name?
Andrew.
Prince Andrew, former prince. I want all of them to be investigated. I don't
I
care
can
who
respect
left,
that.
right. I don't care who it is. I want all of them to be investigated. As you said, you also want Donald Trump to be investigated. I feel like that's a
Yes.
common sense view.
I think
Listen,
that they
if Donald Trump's not guilty and it's found in a court of law that he did nothing wrong, okay, that's great. Arrest the ones who did do stuff wrong.
all right, perfect. We can totally agree on that. Um, I do have like one other question though, and not regarding the Epstein, but
Sure.
I'm just like curious. What do you if you could control what I just broadly in general, like what do you not like about Trump? What policies?
Foreign policy, domestic policy.
What specifically? Like you don't support the Iran war?
No, I don't support the Iran war. The
Okay.
tariffs is going to be foreign and domestic, technically. And then
Yeah.
his like big beautiful bill.
Okay. I actually I really agree with you on the Iran and tariffs. But are you an ICE supporter? Do you support ICE?
No,
Do you support any form of it? Or did you like support it under Obama or just like not under
no, I
Trump?
don't support any form of it.
Okay. So are you a leftist, I assume?
I wouldn't consider myself like a leftist. I'm like a progressive. Because I
Okay.
know leftists. I mean, you can like find some leftists that are like social. I'm not a full socialist. I'm a democratic socialist. So
Okay, gotcha. What
yeah.
do you not support about ICE?
I just think ICE is unethical. I think it was created what 20-ish years ago now. No,
Yeah,
22 years.
it happened right
It
after
happened right after
9/11.
9/11. So my point
Yeah.
is here: we don't need ICE. Tens of billions of dollars go to ICE. We don't need it. Before ICE, we had other agencies. Now, if I had to like concede, I would just agree with like ICE with like reformed. If I
Okay.
had to concede, I would just do like ICE with reform, make them wear body cams, not wear masks.
You know, Trump actually did that. He
Sort
made
of
them wear.
thing.
He just put in a law that you have to wear body cams. ICE agents do.
I've not heard of that. I know I mean, actually, that might be true. I haven't heard of that though. I'll have to fact check
It's
that.
yeah, yeah. I recently found. I think it was
Like
only. It happened
not
after.
just like body cams, like face masks off.
Well, I kind of
Not
support the face
profiling.
masks. I kind of support the face mask because I mean, right now ICE is like incredibly targeted. Like people are showing up to their houses and stuff. And so like I can imagine like someone taking a picture being like, "Let's find this person," because that's definitely happened a few times.
That's because of the other things that they're doing, like profiling. Um, like not wearing body cams, like murdering people. Right, and I don't agree with like
Okay.
targeting individuals. Obviously, I don't condone that. I disagree with that, but I still think like police officers they also deal with that,
I
and
mean,
they
right
don't wear
after
masks.
2020, the BLM protest, the police officers had to wear masks because they were like so targeted during that time.
Sure, I mean like I said, I can agree with you. Like in some instances, it could be justified, but I think overall, these individuals should like police officers or I should not be wearing face
So do
masks.
you
I would
think
disagree
that,
with a
so
police
you said
officer.
earlier that it was unethical. What about it is unethical?
I think ICE right now, the way the profiling they're doing, the murders that have happened, and I think just deportations in general, I disagree with them.
Okay, do you support borders? Just like out of
Yes.
curiosity. Okay, so what do you think that the law should be whenever someone comes over the border illegally?
Um, Like right now, or if like this it was already
Like
a
if you were
perfect
to
world and
change it
everything.
in an
Like
instant,
okay,
what the
right.
law would be.
I guess it's like it's more in depth. I would obviously like have to. First, I would provide mass amnesty for everyone who's in here undocumented. Then I would fix the legal system to make it quicker and less expensive. There to incentivize people to come in legally. And then and then that would decrease the amount of undocumented entry. And then we can like if they are like violent criminals, we can deport them. The ones who do come in undocumented.
Well, I think that that would just lead to like an overpopulation in the US. Like I don't think I can condone that. Having people, if we make it way easier to come in here. I mean, it is a privilege to live in America. And I think that people should have to like earn that privilege. Of course, it's like unfortunate that there's people that are like born in less fortunate states, but like America is like where if we have just like open borders or not open borders, but make it way easier for
I'd argue like
somebody to
Trump
come
has
in.
open borders right now.
Yeah, I don't like Trump right now in his in
Deportations,
Homeland Security. I
apprehensions,
don't
they're all down. They're all down.
I know it's
Deportations,
pissing me off.
apprehensions.
It's pissing me off
He
right
has a
now.
really open border. Like there's three things that determine whether if a border is open. It's apprehensions,
I know it's
deportations, and
making me
encounters. They're all
mad.
down, right? So
It's
I
making
think
me
like
really mad right now. But the thing
obviously I
is,
don't agree with like open borders, but I think that like I would be okay with like a 1 to 2% population growth every year. So I think that's an instance, and I think like obviously it's a bad thing.
1 to 2 pop so like a billion people.
I think it's like
What is that
three
point
million,
300 3
three
million?
3 million to
Yeah,
5
3
million probably.
million.
Yeah.
3 million. So like okay, so the thing is I have a problem with that because I mean, just like picture this into another country. Let's say that Japan had this. Do you think if people from all over the world came into Japan and like eventually in like 50 years it's going to be like completely populated with people with all over like all over all different ethnicities and all that. Do you think that that's Japan still? Because I think that like countries have to do with not just like the borders around it, but also the people inside it.
Culture, yeah, I think American culture is a
Yeah.
melting pot.
Well, what does melting pot mean?
Bunch of different cultures.
No,
That's
it
what I think.
means it's assimilating. It's assimilating. That's what a melting pot is. You melt into it. You
There's
you
still a
should
bunch of different cultures within the country. That's what I'm referring to when I say melting pot.
well well that's also like the original intent of the word melting pot whenever it was first used was the assimilation and for people to
Sure, how do you
not just
want them
like
to
not
assimilate?
over not completely give up their culture, but I think we have a really big problem
What's
right now
American
with
culture
people
then?
um American culture, like, well, for me, I live in Texas, and so we're pretty like we have our own like I don't know like football games. Like if I picture that like just like football games, suburbs, like houses that have big yards. I don't know, like that's just like what's popping into my head right now. But like,
Okay,
um,
American culture is football, big yards.
well, not only I'm not only that, but like there's different foods
Is
that
it
are
like white
like
people?
no, I don't think it's white people. I mean, there's people that live here that are black. There's people that are
So then
born
I
and
don't
raised here.
understand like what your point was about like Japan. Like obviously, American
Because like
culture
the
is gonna
different cultures that come in. I mean, America is not the same. American culture is not the same as Japanese culture.
um there are aspects of Japanese culture within America. Yes.
Yes, but it's also like it's just like it's evident there's different cultures that can come and like overtake countries, and it's just like I
Okay.
don't think I can let that happen. I mean,
Why not?
for well could overtake the American culture. I mean, we can see this right now with different like cities in America that's like purely um like just like
Oh, New York, very diverse.
yeah, well I actually
Y'all
really
lost to the Knicks really bad.
yeah, I'm not a Spurs fan, but I'm not like I love New York. I love New York. I like that
Sure, now
aspect.
New York is like very diverse.
I know, and I'm not saying that I'm against diversity, but also I think that diversity can be a problem, and I'm not completely for our country being split evenly within all cultures because I think it can be a problem. Like
So
for
what culture do you want to be the majority?
in America, American culture.
But you said American culture was just like
There's more to
football
it. I
or
can't just
something.
name. Yeah, there's more to it. But
Like so if like people from Japan play football and have big yards, like they fit into the American culture, right?
honestly, yeah. I mean, have you ever met somebody that's like a foreign exchange student? Like they
No,
notice a
I've no.
huge diff. I Well, there's a bunch of kids that comes in. Like my school was I just graduated high
But
school,
like
but
I don't have a big yard and I don't like football. Am I not
I'm not
American?
saying those are the bro. You know I'm not saying those are the
But the
only
point is,
two.
like, you're not able to give me a definition of American culture. You're giving me examples. Like, an example of American culture, you said it was football, a big yard, whatever. That's not really a definition of what American culture is. And I
Okay,
think
so
most
how
people,
would you
because
define it?
I can't define it. That's why I say it's a melting pot of all these different cultures that come together to create a great nation that
So what would
is
you say
slowly
Japanese
falling
culture
apart.
is?
I couldn't give you an exact definition either.
Yeah, it's just like there's just different countries and there's different ways, different mannerisms, different there's different languages, different foods. Like it's all different. That's why people that come here that are foreign exchange students are just like it is so like the whole reason why I even
America is
brought
so
up
different.
yeah, America is so different. And the thing is I don't want
Like,
it to be any more
within the
different with people
states.
keep coming. I want it to stay how it is. I don't want people to come in here like so many groups of people coming in here and changing the way it is right now. I mean, I like of
White
course I'm
men
still gonna
still have a
I'm not I
majority in
don't
Congress. White Christians still have a majority in Congress.
I know, but I'm saying if we go with what were you saying, like 1% to 2% growth every year of different countries, like I don't know what it is right now. I couldn't name it, but I mean, if it's the same right now, where we have 1 million people to 3 million people coming in, sorry, no, 3 million to 6 million people coming in every year, then like I
Only 4 million
probably
came under Biden. Less than 4.
okay, okay. I just honestly, I'm just also like I'm pretty. I mean, do you know for if we go back to what we are talking about with ICE, do you know who was the number one who goes after child sex traffickers and drug traffickers? Like what department goes after it the most? And like
You're gonna say ICE?
yes,
What's your source?
the DHS.
Let's fact check that. I've heard that claim, but never fact checked that. If it's true, it's true.
It was like 70%, 78%, I think, where because of they were ICE was narrowing
Goes
down
after who you said? Who?
DHS.
Like, what is ICE go after the most? You said.
Drug traffickers, sex traffickers, child traffickers.
Let's just like fact check that. There's a HSI and FBI. Let's just like grant you that it's true. Okay. I think that the FBI also does that, and I think that they could also do that to a greater extent.
Uh, yeah, but ICE specifically does it because sex traffickers and like they specifically like to go like put their base by the border because they understand how many illegal immigrants do come into the country every year and they take advantage of that. And it's really, really sad. I know under the Biden administration, over 300,000 migrant kids went missing. And they found 360,000 kids under the Trump administration that were missing previously, so like over tens of years. And like there's just like so much benefits to ICE. I like that's why I support it,
But these benefits could also happen under the FBI and other agencies.
but not to this extent because the FBI deals with a whole bunch of stuff, but ICE
Also,
and
like,
DHS
what's the
like
what's the source that 300 unaccompanied migrant children went missing under the Biden
um
administration? Because I'm looking at
hold
like
on, can
these
I
representatives from Congress, and like they're fact checking this. This is one of Trump's claim, by the way. This is according to ABC. Trump claims Biden lost track of over 300,000 migrant children. Here's a fact check. So it fact checks it. It says experts say he's distorting the facts. You can search this up, by the way, but while I'm reading
okay.
it, feel free to do so. I'm just going to read it. This is the
Okay.
first source that came up. We have, quote, we have over 325,000 children here during Democrats, and this was done by Democrats who are right now slaves, sex slaves, or dead, Trump said. And what I will be doing is trying to find a way where they'll all go home back to their parents. He repeated
Mhm.
similar claims on the campaign trail, blah, blah, blah. But immigration experts tell CBS News that the claims are misleading and misrepresented government data. Additionally, they say while some accompanied minors may have become victims of trafficking or other crimes, the government safely releases most of these children to vetted sponsors, often a family member, while their immigration
Yeah, well, also some of
cases
those are
played out.
unvetted. There's a lot that are unvetted. I think it was 200,000. If I may be wrong on this. I'm just trying to remember of what I was, because I was in support of Trump in 2024 as of because of his presidency in 2016. I was a really big fan of it compared to Kamala. Like I thought that Trump was a way better candidate. I wish that somebody else was going to be picked for the Republican primary, but
Like
anyways, I'm
it's
rambling.
one more thing here. It says this is like where it stems from. Republicans
Hmm.
began making claims that more than 300,000 unaccompanied minors had been lost, quote unquote, after the Department of Homeland Security released a report in August which showed that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, did not serve notices to appear in court to 291,000 children between the fiscal year of 2019 and May 2024. Additionally, 32,000 unaccompanied children failed to show up for immigration courts dates from the fiscal year 2019 and 2023. Notably, around half of this period occurred when Trump was president. The report did not specify the number of children who missed court appearances under each administration.
So
It
they
didn't
only
even
did under the advice.
specify. It didn't even specify that these all 300, even if this was true, it wasn't just between under Biden's administration. It was under Trump's in 2019
Okay,
and 2020.
I can grant you that. I can grant you that. But also like the fact that Trump found over 320,000 kids just here. Let me find my source for that real quick.
Sure. Let's see if this is true.
So I might have gotten the 300,000
Yeah, no
mix
worries.
with,
I do that all the time.
but yeah.
I don't know like the actual. Let's say I just ran through this. Like 150,000 children were found. I don't know how they did this. I don't know what the claim. Like I don't know why they're claiming this, etc., etc. Let's say I ran through this. Sure. I mean, like if
Mhm.
we had the FBI focus on this, they would have also found that and probably many more.
Well, the thing is, like with FBI, I've already said this. FBI focuses on like like
Trafficking.
crimes across like all nations. No, like I specifically like gets
But like,
undocumented.
are you saying the FBI can't do this?
No, I'm saying they can, but I think it's more efficient to have departments that focus on like citizens, and then having departments that focus on non-citizens and making sure that like they're also like succumbing to their crimes.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would have to like concede if like I would be okay with Democrats conceding ICE and on like just reforms like the ones that I previously mentioned. But I think like the FBI like we spend like what $10 billion to $15 billion, and with ICE we spend $80 plus whatever was in the big beautiful bill
Eighty
in a
dollars
year
or
alone. 80
80
billion
million?
dollars. I don't know why I
80.
said 80 billion. So that's gonna be like that's gonna be triple, quadruple no, the number that we spent on the FBI. Um,
Yeah, I can grant you that. I don't think that we should be spending as much on ICE as we are right now. But it also like it can be circumstantial because of different methods, because they also have to, like with ICE, I'm pretty sure with the budget they're also putting them in the facilities to hold them, and they have to take care of those. And so it's not just like
those are
paying ICE
private
agents to
facilities
do
in
it.
some instances too.
Yeah,
Um,
some of them, but some of
and
them are also public.
I think that's why there's so very bad conditions like Delaney Hall.
Oh,
And what we've seen going on there. But like the FBI says that they found like 32,000 children in 2024, I believe. So I think if we like allocate some of like the ICE funding to the FBI, I think that it would be, and this was 2024, so that's not counting 2025. So
mhm.
it would be a greater number, probably something near the claim that Trump's ICE is making of 150. If we allocate some of that money to FBI, I think it could be possible, and I think that would
Okay.
be better.
Okay. I can kind of see. I disagree with you on that, but I also like I can kind of see your point. But earlier you were saying how like if you were like in a snip snap moment, you would grant, what was it? You would grant every non-citizen like to have citizenship in the US.
Yep.
Is that correct? Um, I'm just like, why? And in my mind, it's not just like, oh, they were here legal, but it's also like really unfair to legal citizens who had to go through the methods and how to and had to go through the payments and the struggle to get into the country. Like to me, it's just really unfair to them.
It is right.
Yeah, so then why would you just like grant I mean I if I was in your position, I would say everyone that's here
Should like
illegally.
if someone next to you, like for example, and this is gonna be a very intense scenario.
Mhm.
There's a robbery happening in a store. It's two other people. The robber kills the person next to you. Is it
Mhm.
then justified for the robber to also kill you because you survived, and that's not fair to the person who died?
Those aren't symmetrical or those aren't symmetrical
How is that
scenarios
not symmetrical?
because
How is that like
it's
how is
death.
that asymmetrical?
It's death. I mean, it's
It
like
is death, but what I'm saying here, just because something is unjust because one person experienced it and the other didn't, like for example, kids go hungry, right?
mhm.
Doesn't mean that kids should continue to go hungry even though some have, right? That's
Okay.
what's symmetrical. The same way as that person died, but it doesn't mean you should die just because that person died. The same way as people have had gone through the difficult process,
Dude, this
but
is
people shouldn't, even though other people have.
sure. This is why I'm very capitalist and very anti-socialist because I think that and anti-communist is because I think that people have to earn their way up, and I think that like just being gifted that like moment, giving gifted that citizenship after people had have to work for it just because they're in the right place at the right time. I'm just very
So you
against that.
disagree with birthright citizenship?
Birthright, yes, I am against birthright citizenship, but it's because of the original context of
What are
why
the
we
two
put
longest
birthright
rivers? What are the two
citizenships.
longest rivers in America?
Is one of them the Mississippi?
Yeah, what's the other one?
I do not know.
Um, do you know who your governor is?
Yeah, Governor Abbott.
Um, I'm trying to think of like the 100 questions that undocumented that immigrants are expected to take. Like I guarantee you, most Americans would like fail them absolutely.
Oh, I actually I
Who
had
was
to take
president?
I had to take it. I had to take that in my
Who
government class.
who was president during World War II or during World War II?
World War II, that was Roosevelt. Nope, that's wrong. I'm so wrong on that. For
No,
some
you're
reason,
right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
oh,
I messed it up. World War One is Woodrow Wilson, I believe.
yes, yes, that's yeah.
I meant to say World War One. Yeah.
But
Okay,
I think
I'm
it's
not,
a
I
good,
don't
I think
remember
it's
all
a
the questions, but like my
yeah,
point
it's
is
I
that like
think it's
most
a good
Americans that are
thing.
born here, like natural U.S. born citizens, would fail. They wouldn't get
I
citizenship.
yeah, I agree with that. I think that's like I think we need to really focus on the his I think our education system is so buns in America. And I think that had partial to do with Department of Education. But but like I think I could agree with you that I think that like right now citizens need to know more about the country and how we got here because that's why
And
I'm
Trump
very
was like trying
prideful.
to take down things about slavery and national parks, right?
And I'm against that. I'm not a Trump supporter.
But like Republicans, I feel like history is also like. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I know you're not a Trump supporter. Is there any other points you wanted to go over?
Uh, I mean, not really. I just like was scrolling and I saw this and I was like, ugh. So,
Cool. Well, I appreciate you coming up here. You take care.
you too.